Um, so it's like, I don't know. I feel like lately in my life, I've been feeling really uncomfortable. And let me explain by what I mean uncomfortable. I feel like I'm at like a battle with myself. Like there's two people inside of me that are battling each other. And this probably sounds so crazy, but it's just how I've been feeling. I feel like two people inside of me are battling each other. One is like the old me, and then there's a new me. And I'm like, I myself is like right in between. I'm right in between these two people. And I noticed this. I mean, there's a lot of ways that I notice this, but I'll say it in a way that's relatable to obviously social media. I've noticed this with my social media. This is just one way. And I looked at how many times I've posted this month. October's over with. I posted twice in October. One is just a picture of me, and then another is my competition that I had. And it wasn't because I don't have any content or anything of the nature. Um, it's mainly because the content that I did have, like I said, it made me uncomfortable. It made me feel like I don't want to post that. Like, I feel like that's me because when I look, like, let's say I had a picture the other day I wanted to post. When I look at it, I'm like, oh, okay, I feel like I look great. Not to sound conceited or suck up or anything, but like, I feel like I look great, you know? Um, the way I looks great. Yes, was I half naked? Of course I was half naked. Like, that is a part of, I feel like, the old me. That is, and look, I'm from California. I've always been half naked. I work out. I've put in a lot of work to change my body and the way I look. I'm proud of it. I don't mind showing it off. I'm not a very um, uptight person. Um, so I don't mind showing my body off, you know? And when I take pictures of myself and um, I look at them and I'm like, hey, that's great. I want to post it. I feel like that's the old me. You know, I feel like that kind of picture that I'm talking about, and that's kind of like if you look at my page or like last year before last, whatever the case may be, that is the old me. And am I trying to sit here and say I would never post another like half naked or skin revealing type of picture? No, because that'll always be a part of me. But now when I look at certain things, I think to myself, that picture makes me feel uncomfortable. And it makes me feel uncomfortable because of the way that I think now. Um, my thought process has changed a little bit. Um, the things that I think about, the things that I talk about, my conversation has changed. I feel like I used to surround myself around a lot of people, you know, whether they're friends, acquaintances, just whatever the case may be. Now I really just stick to myself. I have my family, of course, and my close friends that I've always had, but I do a whole lot more things alone, and I'm a lot happier that way because a lot of the people I used to surround myself with, I would be nervous. I feel like I would be nervous to be around them now because of the conversation or their ideas just kind of don't align with the way that I think now. And I'm not trying to be rude or downplay anybody, but our thought process has just changed. It's just different. And I think to myself now, especially as that I'm getting older and I'm an older woman, you know, I'm more ingrained into the society. You know, when I was like 16, 18 years old and they have the Democratic debates going on and they're talking about change in policy, I'm not really listening because I'm like, hey, how much is that really going to affect me? You know, especially if you're not even in college. I don't pay taxes. I don't go to work. I don't, you know what I'm saying? So now that I'm a little older, I do pay taxes. I do go to work. I want to know how healthcare is going to go because I pay for healthcare. You know, these things are affecting me. So I'm getting more, like I said, I'm getting more ingrained into society, and not just as a person like everyone else, but I'm a woman, and not just a woman. I am a black woman. I am a darker skinned black woman. So I have things going on in my life and issues and things I'm now experiencing that I've never experienced when I was 15, 14 years old. You know, now I am. And I'm realizing, okay, this is what it is. This is what my older sister and my mother and, you know, elders warned me about and told me about when I was a younger girl. And I'm experiencing them now. So I think to myself, like I said, going back, there's these two people. That's the old me. Now this idea, these thoughts that I have, this my wants, my desires, my 5-year, my 10-year plan where I see myself, that's different. I feel like I have to start aligning myself up more with the way that I think and not with the way that I look. And I mean that in a way in which, like, obviously you guys see, like, we're all on social media. I don't have 100,000, 500,000. I'm not like a big influencer like that, you know. But the little small following that I do have, I feel like what I want to see in the world, like change in the world. I want to see women be stronger. Like these things I always preach, right? I want strong women out there who are stronger, women who get along. I want to see women who are making more money. I want to see men, you know, being more courageous, being more sentimental, whatever the case may be. All the things that the changes that I want to see in the world, let's just put it like that. The changes that I want to see in people around me, in my circle, outside of my circle. I have to be that representation. I feel like it's so hypocritical to say, and keep in mind, this is you there. I'm not trying to downplay anybody's thought processes or pattern about what they think or feel is right or wrong. This is just me. I think it's hypocritical and I think it's counterintuitive to tell women, our express women, love your body, love who you are, go to the gym, work out, get strong, mentally, physically, do all these things. And then all day long, I'm just posting half naked pictures of me on social media and me not talking about anything or me not doing anything in my actual life and sharing that with you guys that has any type of true relevance or true importance. I don't want to just be some personal trainer that trains people and then I just want you guys to idolize the way that I look because I've worked hard for the body that I have. That's great. Great. Thanks. You know, I'm not trying to say that's like, I'm not appreciative of that. But how in any way is that going to help the next woman to me that doesn't feel that way about herself? I feel like all she's going to do is just wish she had my body, you know? And I don't want to spark that feeling. I don't want to do anything that is going to increase that feeling within the women around me that are on social media when the majority of the younger women that are looking at my page are highly influential. If they're highly influential, then I want to make sure I'm the right type of influence then. If like, not trying to sound fucked up or crazy, but if you can influence somebody, if you have that kind of grasp or control to influence somebody, then you yourself, or let's talk about me. I feel I need to be more of a better influence. And that's only going to start with me. It's only going to start with changing the way, or at least cleaning up the way I present myself to the world. Now, like I said, let's go back to more of, you know, the issue with just showing skin. And I'm just picking an issue. This is not like the most important issue, but let's go back to the topic of showing skin. If every picture I put up there is me like in a thong bikini and my ass is like boom and my titties are out like this, you know, and I'm just showing you guys all of my goods 24/7 every day, every other day, whatever the case may be. How in any way am I teaching people to love themselves? Like, don't get me wrong, I'm giving you, I feel like it gives women courage to show their body. I feel like it gives women the, hey, okay, I'm going to show myself too, But is that really what defines someone, or especially a woman, as being an empowered woman? Does that really define empowerment within women? Does that really define a woman who's sharp and intuitive and just a badass woman? Is that what it really, that's all that it is? No. That's just a small little tiny easy factor to really put out. That's easy to do, especially for someone that already has a nice body, especially an influencer that has a great body already. That's great. That's nice that you have a great body. What else is there to you? Because there needs to be more to you as an influencer, more to me as someone that is on social media that shows I'm an empowered woman. Whether, hey, I show you guys I go to school, this is what I do in school, and I'm putting up pictures of me studying and me pictures of me doing this, or hey guys, I like to do day trading, I'm trying to get my finances to a degree at which I can make major moves and not small moves. Like, showing things like that, or talking about politics, or talking about what's going on in our world, or keeping it fucking real with people, like, to me that's empowerment. Like, that's a higher, that's just like another level. It's a higher level of an empowerment to me than just showing that I'm confident within my skin. That's great. That's great, but it's not enough to make any kind of change. And for most people, without having both, if all you're doing is showing yourself in that kind of light and empowering women to be more, to show more, to, hey, be yourself, if that's showing more skin, be it, that's great. But if you don't also back that up with deeper substance, it'll only remain superficial, it'll only remain surface level. I mean, that's always been one of the biggest issues, is that there is such a disconnect from being more of what we truly are, or what we're capable of being. There's so much more to us than what a lot of us just show. Be- and I think that has a lot to do with the lack of work that people want to put into who they are. It takes work. Like, and I'm not saying this from a point where I'm like almighty and all of you guys are like this. Like, hell no. I'm saying this because I'm going through this. Like, I've always felt like I've had more to myself, but I know that there's so much more to me than what I show or say or put on social media that could be of a better influence to anyone that's watching me than just what I put out there. And like I said, I'm not trying to downplay anyone and what they're doing, because I just post pictures and videos of myself and me working out, and I think that's great, and that's what I'm passionate about, and that's what I do. But I'm not limited. That's not my limitation. There are a lot of people out there who are limited, that there is nothing else to them besides working out or just taking pictures or whatever the case may be. That's all they have to offer at the moment. And I don't consider myself that kind of person. I've never felt like I've been that kind of person. So I don't know if anyone else is kind of going through these things, or they feel this kind of way. And like I said, this is just one example. I'm not trying to say that being half naked or showing like skin revealing pictures is the devilish thing to do. Like, hell no. Like, I'll still do it. But I also do feel like, if we are, as our generation, our younger generation, if we are wanting to make any kind of change towards a positive direction, then it has to begin with us as individuals, and more so than individuals who have been given the blessing and the opportunity to influence masses, a major amount of people to a high degree where they can kind of like do what they're supposed to do, influence and say what's cool and say what's popular, just like Beyonce and Jay-Z. They up here, they say what's popular. But to all of us, whatever level we're on, whatever, 5 followers, 500,000, 5 million, doesn't matter. we're all the same. And if I don't put the work in to within myself, like making who I am better, making my resume look better, then it's going to be really hard to influence the next young woman to do the same. I'll only influence her so much. I can only help take her so far. But when I see women that do it all, that are beautiful women, that are college educated, if even not college educated, are highly intelligent, who make a difference in their community in some kind of way, who have traveled the world or whatever the case may be, that kind of influence, that kind of work ethic that she's put into making herself that kind of woman influences me. So I know that it has to influence other women if I did the same thing too, who follow me. So I don't know. That's just kind of what I've been going through. I'm like I said in a couple of videos ago on my YouTube, I'm rebuilding myself. And I mean that in its entirety. I am going through a rebuilding phase because I am a woman that has more to who I am. And I don't know. I just wanted to know if anyone else is out there feeling the same way. If anyone's at crossroads in their lives or going through things in their lives that they feel like, you know, they want to talk about, or they just not feeling their same circle of friends because they don't want to do things that they want to do. But if this is you, if this is how you feel, it doesn't have to be any of the examples that I brought up. It could just be your own examples, but you get the gist of what I'm trying to get at. Leave a comment, leave a comment, say something, email me, direct message me. I don't know. Reach out to me, say something, because just like I feel like I influence other people influence me, and it definitely don't got nothing to do with how many followers you have. I've been highly influenced by people who have less than 1,000 followers. To be honest, my mom and my sister are my biggest influences, and they don't even have social media. So, yeah, like I said, leave a comment, do whatever you need to do. Thanks, guys, for listening.